Imagine this. Hollywood superstar Keanu Reeves, a man known for his cool demeanor and Zen-like philosophy, is peacefully tending to his private garden, an oasis of serenity he built to escape the chaos of fame. But that peace is about to be shattered. Out of nowhere, the deafening roar of motorcycle engines fills the air. A gang of rough, leather-clad bikers pulls up to his gate, sneering, mocking, ready to cause trouble. They think they've found an easy target. After all, what kind of tough guy spends his time growing bonsai trees and tending koi ponds? But they're about to learn a lesson they never expected. What happens next is a masterclass in respect, discipline, and the power of staying calm under pressure. And by the time the dust settles, these bikers will walk away with an entirely new perspective on Keanu Reeves, and maybe even on life itself. Stay tuned, because you won't believe how Keanu handles this confrontation. Before we proceed with this tale, let us know where you're tuning in from, and if you enjoy stories like this, subscribe to the channel because tomorrow we have another special story for you. Chapter 1. The Quiet Sanctuary. Keanu Reeves was never one to boast about his personal life. While the world saw him as a Hollywood superstar, he preferred a life of simplicity and solitude when he wasn't on set. One of his greatest joys was his private garden, an oasis of calm nestled in the hills just outside Los Angeles. It wasn't just any garden. It was a carefully curated sanctuary filled with bonsai trees, rare orchids, and a koi pond that reflected the sky like a living mirror. Keanu had spent years perfecting this peaceful retreat, a place where he could escape the noise of fame and immerse himself in nature. The air smelled of fresh jasmine, and the sound of a small bamboo water fountain created a rhythm of tranquility. Every morning, he would wake up, brew a cup of green tea, and tend to his plants, pruning them with the same patience and precision he used in his martial arts training. But one afternoon, that peace was shattered. Chapter 2. The Roar of Disruption. The distant growl of motorcycle engines echoed through the valley. At first, Keanu thought it was just another group of bikers passing through the winding roads near his property. But the noise grew louder, the vibrations stronger. Then, suddenly, the roaring stopped, right outside his front gate. Curious but cautious, Keanu wiped the soil from his hands, placed his shears down, and walked towards the entrance. As he approached, he could hear voices, loud, brash, and full of amusement. "Yo, is this seriously Keanu Reeves' place?" one voice barked. "Dude, no way. I heard this guy is some Zen master or something." "But a garden? What is he, a monk?" another scoffed. Laughter followed, harsh and mocking. Keanu sighed. He had dealt with plenty of unwanted attention before, but this was different. These weren't just overzealous fans or paparazzi, they were troublemakers. He unlatched the wooden gate and stepped outside. Before him stood 5 bikers, each clad in worn-out leather jackets adorned with patches and skull insignias. Their bikes were parked haphazardly along the road, engines still warm from the ride. One of them, a burly man with a long, unkempt beard, stepped forward and smirked. "Well, look who it is. The legendary Keanu Reeves. Thought you'd be in some mansion, not playing with plants." His crew erupted into laughter again. Chapter 3. Words Like Blades. Keanu remained calm. He had faced worse, both in real life and on screen. Violence wasn't his first response, nor was anger. He simply observed them, his eyes scanning their faces. They weren't here to rob or hurt him. They were just looking for entertainment at his expense. One of the younger bikers, who had a tattoo of a snake winding around his arm, pointed toward the garden behind Keanu. "What's with all this Zen crap? You some kind of monk now?" Keanu smiled, unfazed. "Gardening teaches patience. And discipline." "Discipline," the bearded leader snorted. "Man, we ride where we want, do what we want. Don't need discipline for that." Keanu shrugged. "Maybe not. But you do need respect." There was a pause. The group exchanged glances, unsure how to respond. Keanu's words weren't aggressive, but they carried weight. Then the youngest of the group, a wiry man with a scar across his cheek, sneered, "You know what? Maybe we should help you out. Give this place a little badass upgrade." He moved toward a row of delicate bonsai trees, reaching out as if to snap a branch. Chapter 4. The Unexpected Response. Keanu moved faster than anyone expected. In an instant, he stepped forward, gently but firmly grabbing the man's wrist before it could make contact. His grip was strong but not violent, like steel wrapped in silk. "Touch that and you'll regret it," Keanu said, his voice calm but with an undeniable edge. The biker froze. His friends tensed, their hands inching toward their belts. Keanu let go and took a step back. He wasn't looking for a fight, but he wasn't about to let anyone disrespect something he had poured his heart into. "You think strength is about wrecking things? Real strength is knowing when not to." The bearded leader folded his arms, studying Keanu. "And you think growing flowers makes you strong?" Keanu smirked. "Try growing something. See how easy it is." The group stood in awkward silence. They had come expecting an easy target, someone to mock, maybe even intimidate. Instead, they found themselves standing before a man whose presence was more powerful than any fistfight. Finally, the leader let out a low chuckle. "You're not what I expected, man." Keanu nodded. "Neither are you." The tension broke. The bikers, though still rough around the edges, seemed to have lost their initial hostility. Chapter 5. A Lesson in Respect. One of them, a younger man with a faded leather jacket, pointed at the koi pond. "So, what's the deal with this place? Why put all this effort into a garden?" Keanu knelt by the water's edge and gestured for them to come closer. Hesitantly, they did. "See the koi? They swim against the current. That's why they're a symbol of perseverance." The bikers watched as the koi glided through the water, their scales shimmering under the sun. "It's about balance," Keanu continued. "You can live fast, be wild, but without balance, you'll crash." The bearded leader scratched his chin. "Ha! Never thought about it that way." Keanu stood and looked at them. "Riding, freedom, that's your form of Zen. This is mine." The leader exhaled deeply and nodded. "You know what? I respect that." He turned to his crew. "All right, boys. We've done enough sightseeing. Let's roll." As they mounted their bikes, the youngest one hesitated before looking at Keanu. "So, if I wanted to start, a small garden, what's the easiest plant to grow?" Keanu smiled. "Start with a cactus. Hard to kill. Like you guys." The group chuckled, revved their engines, and took off down the road. Keanu watched them disappear into the distance, then turned back to his garden, the koi pond still rippling from their brief presence. With a small smile, he knelt and picked up his shears. Peace had returned. If you love epic stories, unexpected lessons, and the legend that is Keanu Reeves, then don't miss this one. Watch till the end to see how he turns the tables in the most unexpected way. Like this video if you believe in respect. Comment your favorite Keanu moment. Subscribe now and hit the to never miss an epic story.